Welcome back to my channel, and I am on Testicle Island. No wait, Spectacle Island. Yeah, that's the name, yeah. As you've seen from the thumbnail, I'm going to build a floating farm, and this is the base spot. I want to create a little floating town with the sunken ship as the main attraction in the town. If you're new to my channel or you've never watched any of my videos because you don't watch shitty videos on YouTube, I'm building up Testicle Island. Spectacle Island. I'm building up Spectacle Island. It's going to have a variety of smaller settlements, each one with its unique theme. I even have a prison. I mean, you have to have somewhere to send all the prisoners from the wasteland. So a prison on an island seemed like the ideal spot. I want to extend this little bridge pier thingy, shack thingy. I don't know what you call this walk thing, but I don't want it to look the same, so I'm using the shack bridges. You know, to give the look that the original bridge was here, and whoever built the floating city or the floating farm had to get creative using plywood to extend the bridge. Now I know you're probably asking yourself, why didn't they just build the farm on, I don't know, the island itself? I don't know. Just it's a good, I just thought it's a cool idea, so just go with it. A few videos back, I created a floating house. I don't know if you've watched that video. If you haven't watched that video, check it out. It's a cool video. But I'm gonna try and recreate that. This music sounds so creepy in this fast-forwarded video clip. Where was I? So yes, I'm gonna try and recreate a floating platform that I can put the farm. This music is so creepy, my god. But I'm gonna build a floating platform that I can put the farm on, and maybe put down a boat to turn it into a house for the farmer. I'm gonna skip through this because this is repetitive and the creepy music is annoying as shit. Platform is almost done and I'm back with the creepy music. So what I'm gonna do now is use my trusty pillar so I can sink the lower half of the platform into the water where I want it. I did the same thing with my floating house in a few videos back, and the bottom part where the wood is you don't really see when it's in the water, so it's perfect. Unless you look closely, and I don't think anybody's going to pay such close attention to see that the barrels aren't really... and now I'm falling into the fucking water. Nobody's going to look that closely to see that the barrels aren't really floating in the water, but are actually suspended on a piece of wood. I know I could have used an invisible rug, but it's too much of a struggle. There we go. You cannot even see the wood. So now the bottom is finished. I just need to build a top because every bottom needs a top. So the top part of the platform is going to be built exactly the same amount of floor pieces. And then I'm going to use my trusty pillar again to try and balance it onto the bottom part that's already suspended in the water. This should be interesting. It sometimes takes more than one try to get it to align just right so that it looks like it's one structure. This is where patience comes in, which I don't have.
One eternity later.
So several moments later and a different angle, I'm able to get it to align just right so it looks like one structure. There we go. That looks good. Just do a quick save. Don't want my game to crash and then I lose all the progress that I've made so far. So the platform for the floating farm is ready. Now what I want to do is go back into build mode obviously, and then extend. Okay, it's a little bit short from the bridge. I thought it was a little bit closer, but I'll extend it with what do you call that? Plywood. I'll extend it with a piece of plywood. Because I mean, how difficult will it be to get it to do what I want? Oh, for fuck. So in order to get the plywood to do what I want it to do, I'll have to use an invisible rug to get it as close as possible to the platform. Just run over there. That's close enough. Easy access. So now obviously any farm area or farm field has a fence around it, so I want to use these wire fences. Not only does it add to the aesthetic of what I'm building, but it will also prevent me from falling into the radiated water that I do so often. This is a bit repetitive, so let's listen to some Benny Hill. The fence is done and it looks shitty. It goes with everything else in the wasteland. So now what I want to do is put down a little tarp for the farm workers so that they don't get skin cancer from working in the farm field the whole day. But I also need to keep in mind that my crops need sun to grow. So I think this is a base spot for the tarp. Although, come to think of it, I've never seen a farm that has crops with tarps all around it. So maybe the farm workers need to get some sunblock. Yes, I know the tarp doesn't make structurally sense or agricultural sense or whatever you want to call it, but I like I like the look. So this I'm picking out. I like this boat. So this boat is going to be the farmhouse. Just want to plop it down here and get, where's my triple? Oh, there's my pillar. Get my trusty pillar. So I can sink it in as close. Oh, what? Oh my god. I hope I can swim. I don't know if I can swim, but apparently my character can swim. So use the pillar to get it as close as possible. And it doesn't want to select. Why doesn't it want to select? What am I doing wrong? Oh, before I begin with the boat, before I forget, put on some, let's just remove this, put on some stairs because I want it to be this height. Don't want to struggle with the stairs afterwards. I did something similar in the past and I struggled to get the stairs in afterwards, so I think this will be the base. Just remove that fence as well. I sound like a toddler running around the house. So let's try to sink this boat in again. Why won't you sink? Why won't you select? What am I doing wrong here? I know I've done this without the rug or the need for a rug, but I just gave in and I'm using a rug now. I'm just trying to get it aligned with the stairs. You know what? I think it will be best if the boat faces outwards towards the sea. Not that it really matters because, I mean, the boat ain't going anywhere. I don't think the boat will be submerged fully with the stairs, but it's close enough. I think that's something I say a lot on this channel. Close enough. I just need to put on some stairs on the inside of the boat as well. Get it as close as possible to the other stairs. That's close enough. Oh, I did it again. See, I told you that's my favorite thing to say on this channel. Now I just need to build a little shack on top of the boat and decorate, and then I'll be back with a tour, so stick around.
Let's take a tour of the shit I've built.
Look at that gorgeous floating farm. Isn't that the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your life? So let's take a tour. But I actually want to start the tour from the other side, so just hang on a moment. There we go. Let me go into first person. So I added some nautical theme stuff here. And I actually had some lanterns on the boardwalk or the walkway, but my game crashed and I lost a lot of progress. I kind of forgot about the lanterns, but I did add some rocks here to make it look like the boat ran aground during the apocalypse, and the survivors from the apocalypse turned this into a little farm and farmhouse. I have about 20 settlers on Testicle Island and on Spectacle Island. And I know this is a small farm, but this is a third farm on the island, so I think it's sufficient food, I think. I'll just have to check my stats. Nobody's complaining, so I think I have enough food. So let's go and explore the farmhouse, or the boathouse, or farm boathouse, whatever the hell you want to call it. I've got a little porch here with red chairs that go perfectly with the red door. So let's go in. What I'm trying to say is very minimalistic look. English is not my first language, so sometimes I do stumble over my words. And if you can watch my videos without closed captions, then give yourself a round of applause. It just made sense to add windows at the top of the roof, you know, to get some daylight into this boat farmhouse. Oh, but before we move on, I didn't give you a proper good look at the side of the house. There's nothing major going on that side. So let's move on. Up next is the wheelhouse and... oh wait, what happened? I closed the door in my own face. So up next is the wheelhouse of the old fishing boat. You know, where the captain sat and read porno magazines while everyone else was doing their part on the shipping vessel. And this is just a little drinking nook. And in here is a nursery where we grow our smaller plants. Most of them actually look like mushrooms, so I'm starting to question what the people are growing in this nursery. I don't think the Minutemen would be too keen on us growing drugs, so I'll just close the door and pretend I never saw whatever's going on in there. So let's continue with the tour. This is basically the build, but I kind of lost track and started building the rest of the little settlement on the side, so I might as well give you a little tour of whatever's going on that side, the little small island. Not that you asked for a tour of that, but before we continue, I just thought it would be so cool to have a generator on its own floating thingy, whatever you want to call that. So this little pathway leads you to another wheelhouse. Don't ask me how it got here, but we'll get back to that one. I started laying down some walkways that I want to extend the settlement here, you know, plop down a few boats, and everything is going to be around this central boat that run aground some point during the apocalypse. But there's nothing to show you on this side, so let's go head back to where I see I forgot to put on some supports. I'll sort that out after this video. First up is the booze bar. Let me just give you a nice look at it. This is just a small little quaint place where people can come and have a drink after they worked for hours in the sun. I hope they got some suntan lotion and that they don't get skin cancer. So the bar is everything except a barman. Kind of forgot to assign someone to it. So for now it's a self-service bar. And let's move on to the wheelhouse. I turned it into 2 small apartments. Nice view with cinematic view for you. Let's enter and take a look at the 2 small apartments. I'm gonna start with the smaller one first. That's the least impressive one. Or actually, it is kind of cool with the curtains. I think it gives a nice cozy little look. Don't you just love the fact that a real estate agent uses the word cozy to describe something that is small as shit? But this small little apartment is kind of cozy, even though the bed looks like it's been covered with diarrhea. So across the hallway is a bigger apartment. This one is nicer. It doesn't have a bathroom, but I can see myself living here. It's a little bit bigger than the cozy apartment across the hall, even though it doesn't have any pillows or bedding either, but at least there's no diarrhea on the mattress. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, or you just like listening to my ramblings, or you enjoy the way I build my stuff, give me a thumbs up. It really helps with the algorithm. I'm really trying to build this channel up. So a like will go a long way to get people that might enjoy my videos to find me more easily on YouTube. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video. Well, you'll see me, I won't see you, but you know what I'm trying to say.